Good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to be with you as the representative of the Embassy of the Kingdom of Morocco in this important meeting. I also would like to thank the organizers, the Confederation of Indian Industry, for the invitation extended to the Embassy in order to participate in this gathering. The Embassy is also thankful to CII for organizing this session and for choosing as main topic the climate change. In fact, building national competitiveness must go in parallel with a sustainable development that requires taking into account the environmental dimension. Morocco is entirely committed to the problematic of climate change. In its capacity of host country of COP22 and chairman and is COP22 and is firmly willing to endeavor in favor of reinforced cooperation in this matter. Moroccan efforts for COP22 entail focusing on these following strategic lines. First, maintaining the dynamics and the mobilization in favor of the climate while encouraging all parties to sign and ratify the Paris Agreement. Number two, encouraging the parties to announce the implementation of their INDCs on the occasion of the COP22 and eventually their revaluation for increased amounts in this regard. Three, mobilizing non-state actors, including the business sector and governments within the Lima Paris Action Program, which is consecrated by the Paris Agreement. This program is a crucial tool for innovation and an important lever for action for pre-2020. That is why Morocco is proposing to extend it and institutionalize it within the Global Climate Action Agenda. Number four, endeavoring for the adoption of a roadmap in order to mobilize the necessary funds before 2020 in order to finance the planned projects and programs. And finally, ensuring an effective implementation of the procedures and mechanisms of Paris Agreement, namely the adoption of an action plan for the period pre-2020, particularly in favor of developing countries, least developed countries, and small island states. There are priorities actually for the French chairmanship that are also shared by Morocco, mainly ensuring the signing, ratification, and implementation of the Paris Agreement, speeding up climate action coalitions agreed on in Paris, such as the new solar alliance between India and France, and consolidating the links between climate change and sustainable development. As state parties to the convention, Morocco and France also share some of the main concerns regarding special themes such as water, forest management, oceans, etc. It is worth noting that the roadmap is supposed to identify the process needed in order to position water at the center stage of the negotiations related to climate change on the occasion of COP22. Morocco is fully committed to combating climate change at the national level by incorporating this important dimension within all its sectoral strategies, including water sector, agriculture, energy, fisheries, etc., as well as at the international level. Contributing to the success of COP22 is part of Morocco's commitment in favor of the climate that is willing to reinforce its cooperation in this area, within India especially. In fact, the Kingdom of Morocco was among the first countries to adhere to the universal awareness declared by Rio Summit by ratifying the Framework Convention of the United Nations on Climate Change. It is in addition among the first to sign the historical agreement of Paris on climate change. Morocco has positioned itself on the world map of renewable energies due to the elaboration of its national strategy of renewable energy launched in 2009. Its first plan of green investments in 2014 and its concrete realization in the fields of solar and wind energy. Morocco is also among the first countries to eliminate gradually its subsidies concerning consumption of fossil fuels and is among the contributors the most engaged in the international efforts concerning emission mitigation. Our country is committed in its determined planned national contribution to reduce its gas emissions at greenhouse effects of 32% in 2030, compared with projected emissions for the same year according to the scenario normal course of operations. Although Morocco is a low transmitter of GES, Morocco has enhanced its ambition concerning renewable energies to 52% of the national electric capacity from now to 2030, instead of 42% fixed initially for 2020, as it was announced in Paris. The National Energetic Strategy aspires in terms of its energetic efficiency to economize 12% in 2020 and 15% in 2030 of energy consumption. The realization of the projections of renewable energies is made in a sustained rate. Morocco recently launched Noor 1 project, the 7th Central Solar Thermodynamics, the biggest in the world, and which will be in its completed version in 2018, the biggest solar central in the world. This dynamism, already started, will be comforted and powered continuously in a strategically optical guidance of national efforts deployment in their planetary context. Thank you very much.